Okay, well, I've had the day to go through this thoroughly, drive it numerous times up and down the road, and pretty much evaluate what actually needs to be done to this thing to make it streetable and or sellable again by me. Nothing real catastrophic. I'd say that my biggest gripe with it is that it does have a one of those oil leaks either coming from the valve cover or coming from below on the bottom of the motor that eventually starts to accumulate as it's running and getting hot, and then burns off on the exhaust collector down here, and it starts to get to smoking, and obviously because the engine's hot, so it starts burning on the crankcase. So what's going to have to end up happening is I'm going to have to put this thing up on a stand, get my head underneath it safely, and then start really checking out what's going on, whether it's, I'm going to have to kind of rip the motor apart and start replacing seals or gaskets or whatever. I'm not too familiar with these bikes, so if anyone's got an XJ or has bike knowledge, hit me up. I'd be more than willing to accept any advice. It needs a battery. This battery's shot. I ran the battery on the charger all night. And it'll go ahead and crank the bike for about 3 or 4 cranks, and then it's shot. Carbs need to be tuned up on it. It's a bit cold-blooded to get it started, so that's kind of a pain in the ass, but that just might be the choke procedure, and that I'm just not real good with it yet. I need to make a seat mount for it to properly mount that seat. It obviously isn't mounted correctly, so that needs to be done before it's streetable. It's got all the wiring in place already for the turn signals and for the tail light, but obviously I need to hook up those electronics. Speedometer does work, which is a bonus. You can see it's gone 0.2 miles total since it's been replaced and hooked up. So that's cool. Horn works, turn signals, no clue yet if they work or not. I'll probably end up, making them work once I rebuild it again. Needs a starter button over here. Let's see what else we got going on here. It needs air in the front tire before it's driven. That's got to happen. And then the biggest beast of the whole problem is the second gear just clicks when you shift into it. So you have to bypass second and go right to third. So that'll be a problem I'll determine in the future whether or not I'm going to fix or if I'm going to take it to a shop and have done. But all in all, not too bad. It's going to need some work, some time. But we should have this thing up and running and have some good videos coming soon. So that's your, all right, honey. That's your final update, so we'll see you later.